from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Thursday, June 2nd, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. Helen Galley was back in court Wednesday. She was the 84-year-old woman convicted of poisoning her son's girlfriend a couple of years ago. She's seeking a new trial on charges. She was found guilty in 2013 and is serving 5.5 to 12 years in prison. But she says her defense attorney was inadequate and refused to object to what she described as a hearsay statement during the trial. Luzerne County Judge Fred Perantoni said that he'll issue a ruling at a later date. A Nuremberg teenager has been charged with 3 felony counts of statutory sexual assault. 19-year-old Casey Lewis of Vargason was charged by police in Butler Township on the sexual assault charges and 3 additional charges of corruption of minors, all felonies. According to police, Vargason was allegedly engaging in sexual intercourse with the juvenile since she was 13 years old, and he was 18 at the time of the incident. Vargason advised police that he knew the girl was a juvenile and that he impregnated her this past year. Bail was set at $15,000 unsecured by District Magistrate Daniel O'Donnell. He was ordered to not have any contact with the victim or her family. There were a number of dead fish found at Francis Slocum State Park in Kingston Township. Some were seen floating on the lake. The Fish and Boat Commission said it looked into them and found no pollution problems with the water. It attributed the fish deaths to natural causes, adding they could have died from a sudden increase in temperature to the fact that fish are spawning, which makes them weaker. No restrictions or warnings have been issued at that lake. Pennsylvania Health Secretary Dr. Karen Murphy says she expects it to take up to 2 years to write regulations and make medical marijuana available through retailers. Her agency is writing regulations now and fielding calls from people interested in becoming growers or processors. The bill sets standards for tracking plants, certifying physicians, and licensing growers and physicians. Marijuana products could be sold in pill, oil, vapor, ointment, or liquid form, but it will not be sold in cigarette or joint form. Murphy says her agency expects to produce regulations in July to guide parents on how to bring medical marijuana bought legally from another state into Pennsylvania to administer to a child with a qualifying condition. She also says the coming regulations will first focus on those under age 17 with eligible ailments. Lansford police are searching for a suspect in a Wednesday morning robbery. It happened at Turkey Hill on West Patterson Street. The suspect is 32-year-old Bradley Paul Zettelmoyer of Lansford. He's a white male, 6 feet 1 inch tall, 160 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Anyone with information is asked to call Carbon County 911. A drug raid in Berwick on Wednesday. Police had gotten a tip that a house at 805 North Chestnut Street was a heroin den. They executed a search warrant and seized 95 baggies of heroin, 34 baggies of Molly, loose raw heroin, various packaging material, a Springfield Armory, 45 caliber handgun, several electronic scales, syringes, straws, and large amounts of cash. Berwick police arrested 5 people: Terrell Slaughter, whose nickname is Trouble, Jermaine Wilson, Brittany Lockard, Tia Fens-Tiermacher, and Felicia Cressinger. All were hit with drug charges. Slaughter and Wilson were arraigned and jailed in Columbia County Prison on $150,000 cash bail. Lockard and Fens-Tiermacher were on county prison on $50,000 straight cash bail. Cressinger is there on a $10,000 bail. Two local organizations partnered together to provide the community with free health services. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more from Hazleton.
The Hazleton Integration Project, also known as HIP, and Lehigh Valley Health Network teamed up last night to hold a health fair. The fair took place at HIP and included many free health services. Executive Director Ben Medina says the community came out for the fair.
This is a health fair that is hosted by us and also Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, and we try to invite the whole community to come here today and receive some free services.
The event included many activities and free health services.
We have a lot of activities, and we have a great outcome. We have children, we have parents here. We have a lot of activities going on, blood pressure, we have hearing screening, vision screening, and I think it was good. It was great.
Dr. Gary Bonfonte attended because he is part of the Hazleton Free Health Clinic.
We're very excited to be here at the health clinic or health fair, that was sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network and the Hazleton Integration Project. We're here today trying to promote the Hazleton Free Clinic, which is the second Tuesday and second Thursday of every month, held at Catholic Social Services for adults age 18 and older who have needs from like acute episodic care, things like coughs, colds. We also manage some high blood pressure and diabetes as well.
A display on a smoker's lung was a big hit with the kids.
We had the opportunity to meet with several people. We had brought a little display about what happens to your lungs when you smoke, and we found several people all interested in that. So it was a good turnout. I'm very happy to be here.
Dr. Jill Connect conducted free hearing screenings on children and adults.
I was invited to do hearing screenings for anyone that wanted to come to the integration project. So me and a student that we have from Salus University are here doing hearing screenings for children, adults, just to see if things are okay or if we should refer out for a more comprehensive test.
In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Nearly 100 students from the Hazleton Area Special Education Department participated in the 8th annual Field Day filled with fun and games. Students took part in all of the events which were developed to enhance their sensory and motor skills, and many of the events were developed for students with physical disabilities. Gino Molino, the district's transition liaison, said it was another successful event.
It's a great opportunity for us to get all the kids from all the different schools in Hazleton to get together, have a fun day, but yet they are learning sensory motor skills type of activities. We do kickball, we have t-ball, we have the 50-yard dash, we had the long jump, and each of our activities are adapted. An example would be our kickball. If for kids who are in a wheelchair or who can't kick a ball, what they do is we have a t-ball stand set up for them, so then they just swing the bat and hit the ball, and then they get to run the bases however they want.
Hazleton area students from different clubs and community members volunteered their time to come out and help with these events.
Just a nice positive thing, not only for the Hazleton Area School District, but for the Hazleton area. It's a very positive event. The kids love it. It's great to see them, once it all comes together, to see the smiles on their faces and seeing them run around. We start the event off with a opening ceremony where our marching band comes and they play and march the kids around the track, just like the Olympics would happen.
The Hazleton Area Special Education Department hopes to continue this field day tradition for many years to come. Well, it's time now for a first look at our forecast. Almost an entire week of sunshine here in northeastern Pennsylvania, but what does our weekend look like? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Well, it's been pretty nice across our area temperature-wise, but we're going to have to deal with some showers and thunderstorms in our forecast for at least part of the weekend. I'll explain which part of the weekend we'll have to deal with that, and a complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, a look at a new road project in Luzerne County that will not only improve the highway system, but will open up thousands of acres of land to create new jobs. Plus details on the United Way of Greater Hazleton's annual meeting and details on their biggest accomplishment this year thus far. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way only on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
The LSC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton presents A Musical Salute to All Who Serve on Saturday, June 11th. The show features the outstanding talent of the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, as well as featured soloists. The show will be narrated by Sergeant Eric Olson, host of the WYLN TV show Warrior Summit Outdoors. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. A Musical Salute to All Who Serve, Saturday, June 11th at 7 p.m.
This morning, a groundbreaking was held along Route 29 in Hanover Township to view the work of the South Valley Parkway project. WYLN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Today, Pennsylvania Department of Transportation Secretary Leslie Richards spoke alongside of Senator John Yudichak about the South Valley Parkway project happening in Hanover Township. According to Richards, this project includes the construction of 6 roundabouts to help improve the flow of traffic.
We assess all the needs across the Commonwealth, and this was definitely an area where we were seeing too many accidents and severe accidents. So this project, which will include several roundabouts, we're looking to decrease to 0 the number of fatalities as well as serious crashes, and that's the data that we see wherever we've installed roundabouts throughout the Commonwealth. This project alone has 6, and we see when there are accidents, they're much more minor.
A 2-lane road will be constructed between Hanover Township and Nanticoke, bypassing the residential section of Hanover.
It's approximately 3 miles in length, and it'll encompass from approximately SR 29 down to Prospect Street in Nanticoke.
Senator John Yudichak told us the funding has come from the state and federal levels and the passing of Act 89.
It's both state and federal money, state transportation money. I supported Act 89, the state transportation funding bill that put $2.5 billion on the table in new investments in our infrastructure. They also passed a bill in Congress to put more money into our infrastructure. All total, it's about $44 million in state money, the rest coming from the federal government. This is a great partnership between the state and federal government investing in infrastructure. When we invest in infrastructure, we invest in the people of Luzerne County.
Not only will this project enhance the safety and flow of traffic, but it will also open up thousands of acres of land for development and create new jobs in Luzerne County. Completion of the project is scheduled for the year 2020. In Hanover Township, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus a look at the United Way of Greater Hazleton's annual meeting. Stay tuned. More news, including sports, is coming your way only on WYLN.
Time to bring the action in Pocono. Fire them up. Here we go. No attack, no chance. Watch the madness of this. Oh, it's final. Look at that.
There's something going on over there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We are in one. Off the day. Pocono Sweet, buddy.
Watch the Hazleton Area High School graduation Thursday, June 9th at 6 p.m. on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network. WYLN Sports broadcasting live at the Weatherly Hill Climb. WYLN Sports will take you up the hill, past the Devil's Hook, around the hairpin turn, and through the Dutchman. All the turn-by-turn coverage of the Weatherly Hill Climb live on WYLN TV 35.
Well, the clouds moved in, and we've been having a little bit of some showery activity across our viewing area. And with the clouds and some of the showers, it brought temperatures down a little bit. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with some showers and thunderstorms in our forecast as we go into our Friday. Saturday not looking bad, but then by Sunday, another chance of some more showers and thunderstorms. But overall, though, it feels pretty comfortable outside, so keep the umbrella handy. All right, on to the statistics for the day, and pretty much now the temperatures have dropped into the 60s, especially now with some of the showers moving in, some of the drizzles, some of the sprinkles. Again, that's keeping those temperatures down, bringing them down a little bit compared to where they were earlier. And notice those winds not much of a factor, generally under 5 miles per hour. Temperature-wise for the day, how we fared out throughout the afternoon hours. We did manage to get up into the mid to upper 70s by the afternoon hours, but then a lot of those clouds rolled in and a couple of sprinkles, a couple of showers around, and again that brought those temperatures down quite a bit. And we bottomed out into the 50s early in the morning, and a little bit of a wind gust coming in at 21 miles per hour today throughout the state of Pennsylvania. Again, there's a couple of those showers out there and a little bit of some drizzle here and there. 79, Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 73 degrees, Mount Pocono, 83 in Allentown, 72 in Williamsport, 71 in State College, and still in the 80s for the most part out there in Pittsburgh. So what can we expect wind-wise? Really not too much of a factor. You get some of those gusty winds, but other than that, not too much of a factor for those sustained winds. Extended forecast looking like this, and what we can be expecting over the next couple of days going into tomorrow. Again, we have to deal with keeping the umbrella handy. You'll need it. Showers, thunderstorms, 72. Looking good for Saturday, 77. And another chance of some more showers and thunderstorms as we start going into Sunday and Monday. And then we clear things out for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Notice those temperatures generally in the upper 60s, lower 70s, so it'll feel pretty good out there. And those overnight lows, for the most part, dropping down into the 50s. And if you look at next week, I have 50, a pair of 50s for overnight lows. We may not get out of the upper 40s for some of those overnight low temperatures. So despite the warmth and the nice conditions throughout the day, it still can get a little bit chilly at night. Stick around. We'll have a lot more for you coming up after this break.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the Stars of Tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports. Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional airtimes. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
The United Way of Greater Hazleton held its 49th annual meeting this morning. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
Since 1897, the United Way has been advancing the common good by creating opportunities for a better life for all, with focuses on education, income, and health. The nonprofit celebrated the year it had by awarding local organizations for all they do to help make the community stronger.
Today, our United Way is celebrating the year that has gone by, the year that has included our campaign in the community, the year that has included the opening of a new homeless shelter here in our community. It is also the end of our campaign, which has raised $635,765.
One of the United Way's biggest accomplishments this year was the opening of a homeless shelter.
When the Divine Providence Homeless Shelter opened last winter as a pilot project, numerous faith communities, churches, opened their doors and people volunteered, and close to 75 homeless people were served in the trial period. And today we are honoring those faith communities with our annual Volunteer of the Year award, more appropriately Volunteers of the Year.
The event had a construction theme to it.
Rebuilding a better community, because the Hazleton area is a wonderful place. There's been a lot about the image of our community in the news the past number of days. Here, the United Way is steadfast, serving the community now for almost a century, building strong things, focusing on areas of education, income, and health.
There were several awards given out to local organizations.
We're also awarding our incentive prizes. We have an automobile, a 2-year lease on a car from our Hazleton Automotive Partnership friends. We also, of course, have the ever-popular year's worth of Jimmy's hot dogs. Special prize this year donated by our good friend John Keegan at the Heights Terrace Pharmacy. It's a McGloin autographed Nittany Lion, and that has a nice retail value, and it's enhanced because of the player's autograph, and that will also be awarded at our program today.
Director of Catholic Social Services, Neil Oberto, was pleased to see churches get recognized.
Happy that and grateful that the United Way recognized today as their Volunteer of the Year award those churches and organizations that served as host sites for this new initiative within the community, homeless shelter. The shelter program began February 8th of this year, and so many folks came together on this. United Way organizations, but churches, the Diocese of Scranton.
In Hazleton, for WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thank you, Erin. Coming up next, Eric DeBerardinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
The LSC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton presents A Musical Salute to All Who Serve on Saturday, June 11th. The show features the outstanding talent of the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, as well as featured soloists. The show will be narrated by Sergeant Eric Olson, host of the WYLN TV show Warrior Summit Outdoors. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. A Musical Salute to All Who Serve, Saturday, June 11th at 7 p.m.
Call WYLN 35 for this special promotion for Father's Day. Call 570-459-1869 between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Hit 1 for WYLN and extension 1110 for pennies classified. Register your dad's name and number and he may win one of our exciting gifts. No purchase necessary to register. Winners will be announced on the news on WYLN 35 on June 15th. Evening edition at 5:30 and late edition at 10 p.m. Good luck and happy Father's Day from Pennies Classified and WYLN.
Hazleton area softball seniors don't know anything other than winning district titles and advancing to the state playoffs. However, they also don't know what the quarterfinals feel like, falling in the first round the past 3 years. That is heartbreak the Lady Cougars hope to avoid this year. Just moments after winning the district title, on Tuesday, head coach Heather Dale gathered her team and told them it's still a long road ahead. She sees potential beyond the first round.
The sky's the limit. That's what we tell them, and you know they could play with anybody in the state as long as we do what we need to do. They could play all the way until the states.
We got to keep playing the way we've been playing and sharpen up even more. I mean, our defense, our hitting, there's always room for improvement. We can always get better. I think definitely coming into the state game, we're just going to have to keep our composure. I mean, it's nerve-wracking to come to the district game, and the state game even more nerve-wracking. So you just got to keep yourself calm and keep your composure.
Holy Redeemer, the other Wyoming Valley Conference softball team that is advancing to the state playoffs. Things did not appear to be in the Lady Royals' favor yesterday in the District 2 AA Championship, but for the second straight season, they won a district title on a walk-off, defeating Mid-Valley 5-4 in an exciting 9 innings. We go up a class. Pittston taking on Abington Heights in the AAA final. The Lady Patriots really fail to get anything going offensively. Abington Heights wins 5-0. Highlights continue in District 11 AA baseball. C.J. Steinhilber gets it done on the mound. And at the plate, the Spartans win the title 6-2 over Notre Dame Green Pond. And some state playoff action. Girls lacrosse first round. Wyoming Seminary was great all year in the Wyoming Valley Conference, but they can't compete with Garnet Valley. They lose 23-7 is the final. 12-10 in April, 14-15 in May. The Iron Pigs have been hovering around 500 all season, heading into the season's third month. The rubber match versus Norfolk on Wednesday ties up 1-0 in the second. Cam Perkins turns the 1-run deficit into a 1-run advantage with a 2 RBI double down the line. 3-2 tides in the third. Taylor Festerson opens the Coke can, and that's not a baseball term, it just means the big bottle at Coca-Cola Park opens up when the Pigs hit a homer. Festerson with his 6th blast of the year, that ties it up, and Lehigh Valley goes on to win 5-3. Tonight, the Pigs go from facing the International League South's worst to the best in the Charlotte Knights. Meanwhile, a battle of first-place teams as the IL North's Rail Riders take on the IL West's Columbus Clippers. One of the few things that moves slow in New York City is the process to hire a head coach. 2 weeks after it was first reported, the Knicks have made it official. Jeff Hornacek is their guy. According to ESPN, 53-year-old Hornacek agreed to a 3-year, $15 million deal today, with sights set on getting New York back to respectability and beyond. And tonight, greatness on display in the NBA as the NBA Finals tip off in Oakland between the Golden State Warriors and Cleveland Cavaliers, a rematch of last year. Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacic is in with a final look at the forecast.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet one who had a motorcycle injury way back when he was a teenager that came back to cause some problems for him later on in life. Now, with great chiropractic care, he's better. His daughter's getting help. His son goes for wellness. We just have to get his wife in. Their story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Well, a couple of chances of some rain in our forecast, starting with tomorrow. We got some showers and thunderstorms coming into play, about 72 degrees. Then it should be nice for Saturday, almost at 80 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds. Then for Sunday and Monday, we do it all over again. We see some more showers and thunderstorms coming into play. So keep the umbrella handy. You're going to need it from time to time. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Notice those temperatures. Well, we got some upper 60s, a little cool, but still very comfortable. And some of those overnight lows, you know, you can kind of open up the windows, get some of that fresh air. Some of those overnight lows still a little bit cool, very typical for this time of year. So going out, you still may need a sweatshirt or a lightweight jacket at night. But other than that, daytime high temperatures looking pretty good right across the board.
All right, well, hopefully it won't rain too much because I know there's a big event happening and a lot of people are pretty excited about it in our area.
A ton of fans will descend on Pocono Raceway this weekend. Stuff going on starting tomorrow through Sunday, the NASCAR race on Sunday. So hopefully we can avoid the storms between 1 and 5 really on Sunday. That's the time.
Yeah, Joe, you could work on it 1 to 5.
I'll do my best. Ideal.
That's all they need. And Eric, you'll be up there tomorrow, so can't wait to get the report. All right, sounds good. And if you're going up there this weekend, apparently for right now, grab an umbrella or a rain jacket. Have a good night, everyone.